I got a crazy, special, powerful guest today with me, Miss Taurus Fuqua with SLS Senior Life Services. Okay, we're here at the LeBlanc in Los Cabos, Mexico.
Cabo, baby.
I want you to share your story because we were at dinner.
Yes.
Okay, we were talking, getting to know you. And she's crazy impressive, right? Makes a ton of money, helps a ton of people, has a team.
Yes.
Recruiting and helping a lot of agents.
Yes.
Let's kind of back up, okay? Rewind. I want to talk through like where you started.
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. How far back?
Maybe a decade or so.
Okay, 10 years. So, I'm 32, so 22. Okay. So pretty much I started off in restaurant management initially.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, restaurant management, and I used to be assistant store manager for years at Wendy's. I loved it. Learned a lot of good management things that I even use as today.
Yes.
But I got to that point where I was just like, I'm 24. I don't want to do this anymore. I need something else. And I'm from Detroit, so I broke into the manufacturing. And I wasn't happy because I like to talk to people, and we didn't get to talk to people.
I can't tell at all.
Yeah, I used to love to talk to people, and I just wasn't happy. And I actually got into GM at the call center. So that's what kind of got me into the call center, which was a mutual friend that knew that I had the potential, but I just didn't feel comfortable going into it. So I was just like, went on a leap of faith, and I was like, I can do this, and I did it. And I was the #1 seller at General Motors. And I had another friend that was wonderful and saw that in me, and she was with SLS. So I came to SLS when I was 26.
About 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
6 years ago.
And you were brand new to insurance?
Brand new. Did have my license. Didn't know anything. I just knew that if you train me, I'm coachable. I'm going to kill it. So I just knew that. And
where's that confidence come from? Because I just heard it, right? Like, you train me, I'm going to kill it. Like, I will listen. I will put in the work. I will do it. You're already picking up something, by the way.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Where's that come from for you? Like, that personal belief and confidence?
Honestly, it comes from my grandma.
Okay.
Yes, my grandma always told me that anything I put my mind to, that I can do. So something as simple as you speaking positiveness over your children, it's just embedded inside of me.
It's so amazing. I'm getting goosebumps because my parents did that for me.
Yes.
And not everybody's that fortunate to have a grandmother or a parent to do that. But I'm telling you, you need people like Taurus in your life that are speaking confidence into you. It's so powerful.
So I just want to definitely say, like, you want to just go after whatever it is. But with insurance, it's been my home. I love it. I've been here for 6 years, and I've never made as much money as I ever made here. So over 6 figures, and that was by year 2. So the transition from there,
6 figures in year 2.
Year 2. Yeah, year 2.
Boom.
Yeah, after year 2, I was at 6 figures. So my first year, I had 68,000, and I started in May. So by the end of the year, I was at 68,000, and James couldn't get me off the phone. So I was just like, I'm locked in. So activity doesn't matter what career you're in. Activity is always going to win, and knowing the product. So knowing the product, so that way you can't get jumped off your square. But I was in Detroit. I was in Michigan. So all those things I was just telling you guys about, I grew up in Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. And that opportunity of me just always just going after my best. I started Wendy's when I was 16, 17.
Okay.
As soon as I turned 18, it turned me into manager. So I've just been in that role for quite a bit of time. And I'll always just take everything serious. It doesn't matter if you're flipping burgers. It doesn't matter if you're picking up trash. Just take it serious and just go after it, and just know that you always can do better. But with insurance, I just found my home, and I love it. And I got the opportunity to move to Florida. Me and my daughter, we moved here, and she was 9. So I was 9 and she was 27. I did have my daughter when I was 16, so I am a teen mom. 1 kid, and I'm proud to say that. I love my daughter to a cherry on top, and she's like my motivation. So I definitely recommend insurance for someone that's a mom, a dad. We have some wonderful dads also in the office too that are solely providing just from insurance. So when I took that leap of faith, I got that opportunity, and I did it with a Skype call, because this was back in the day before FaceTime. And it was a Skype call. James gave me that information, and I was like, well, how much can I make? I was making
yeah.
probably like $38,000 at the time, which was a lot for a 25-year-old for me at the time. But I was like, he was like, you for sure can do over 67 six figures. And I was like, I'm gone. So after 30 days, I bought my ticket, moved to Vero, signed up with SLS, got my license, and I just haven't looked back. From that opportunity, it just has opened so many doors for me and also for my family. And look at me now. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
Traveling.
Look at me now. So for what kind of money were you making at Wendy's, by the way?
So when I was working at Wendy's, this is before, so I was getting paid a decent amount of money for me to be 25.
Okay.
I was at, decent, what felt like decent, but now that I'm making six figures.
Well, you probably started out like what, $6 or $7 an hour when you first started?
Honestly, minimum wage was $5.15 when I started.
Okay.
It was
you started at minimum wage?
No, honestly,
No? Okay.
I've been working since I was 14. So
Wow.
I came in, I sold myself. I was like, I have experience. She was like, oh, I'm gonna start you at $685. I was so happy. I was like, $685, which was so big now. And now, it's 15.
Can you imagine going back to making $6.85 an hour?
I don't even know how I was making it. I feel like.
How crazy is that?
I don't even know how I was making it off of $685, but I've always been a hard worker. I learned all the positions, easily got boosted up, but I just knew that I could do better. Like everybody would come in and tell me, like, you don't need to be here.
From $6.85 an hour to soon on pace to $685,000 a year.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
like
crazy.
I see that.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Because you're crazy impressive.
Thank you.
You also care a lot about people.
I do.
I want a couple more things I want to cover. One thing you mentioned a few minutes ago, that you learned something about management by being a manager at Wendy's.
Yes.
What were some things that you learned that you've carried over into training and managing other agents?
Just learning all the products, learning every position. So it was like for you to be like the top person, you need to know how to do everything. So any job that I come into, I'm always trying to learn as much as I can. I want to overlearn. I want to overtrain myself, you know. So things like watching Cody, watching different type of motivational speakers to open your mind to other things that you're not even thinking about. So those are definitely important. Like just learning those things for
That's awesome. Well, another thing too is you're helping your daughter start a little boutique store.
Yes, she's been in business for 2 years now.
Been in business for 2 years. She's 16.
Yes.
Started at 14.
Yes.
How cool is that, right?
Yes.
Mom's successful, now helping her child, her daughter be successful.
Yes, she's doing amazing. We actually kind of kicked off during COVID when I was working from home, and I was like, I always spend all this money on her on these lavish birthdays, and I was like, I need to give her something more. And it was like, my daughter's coming into being a young adult, and as you heard me say, I had my daughter when I was 16, so I'm trying to do whatever I can do to keep my daughter occupied, to showing her that it's more than just boys and just getting a job at McDonald's and just working at Wendy's. You can definitely jump into this business now. The things that were available for me when I was 16 are definitely not available back in the day when I was 16. So it's a whole new world now.
It's amazing what you're doing. Such an inspiration. So awesome. If there's a struggling agent out there that's struggling, they're failing, they're thinking about quitting.
Yeah, don't quit.
Well, what else would you say?
Okay. So if you're thinking about quitting, don't do it. You need to reevaluate yourself, right? Reevaluate yourself. Be honest with yourself of really what are you doing to improve, right? Are you following the script, right? So it doesn't matter what sales position, if you're in insurance, it doesn't matter if you're cold calling, follow your script. Come with enthusiasm. You want to come with energy. You want to smile while you're talking, and just do your best. Do your best and don't give up, because as soon as you're going to give up, you're right there. It's just like when you see someone hitting the mountain. You got two people hitting the mountain, and that one person gives up, and they're like one hit from being there. So me moving here, I didn't have any family, I didn't have anyone but my mentor, James, and I'm so thankful. He told me to keep going, and I kept going, following the system. So whatever company you're with, follow the system. But if you're not with a good one, join SLS. Join SLS. We're in all 50 states. And, just amazing. Just don't quit. Don't give up. Believe in yourself, believe in the process, and be honest with yourself of what you're really doing every day.
That's what it's all about. If they have questions and they would like to talk to Taurus, how do they do that? Whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah, you can follow me on Taurus.1099. Yes, 1099, because I definitely believe. IG. Yep. And then Taurus Fuqua on Facebook.
How do you spell your last name?
Fuqua.
Q-Q-U-A.
First name Taurus like the bull, Taurus, with an L-A in front.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Yes,
I love it.
so just go hard. Don't give up.
That's it.
Don't give up.
The Taurus is such inspiration. Thank you for sharing this
Thanks,
message.
Cody.
I can promise you this will resonate greatly with several. Okay, you got Taurus and CA at LeBlanc in Los Cabos hanging out with you. Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're gonna love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there. Boom. Hey, one of the biggest things I get asked, man, is, dude, how do I go from 0 to 6 figures? And I'm gonna talk through some of the stuff in the book right now of how you can do this, because you can. I'm telling you, if I did it, you can too.